three W's: wash your hands, watch your distance, wear your face coverings when you can't watch your distance, stay out of settings where you can't do those things. And really, please, Chuck, tell your viewers, be mindful of those indoor household gatherings. Just because you're related to someone or friends with someone doesn't mean you can't transmit or get transmitted to.
Let me ask you about indoor gatherings. You were with the president in Florida 2 days ago at a large indoor gathering in Fort Myers. Now, that's a state that no longer has really any restrictions. Every locality is basically on its own there. But, you know, I hear you, the message you just sent, and I'll be honest, I was going to ask about this later in our interview, but you just sent that message. You were in that room. What message are we sending? What example are you setting as a top public health official participating in indoor events like that?
Well, Chuck, for that policy event, masks were distributed to all of the individuals attending, and the chairs were set up in a socially distanced way. And of course, I wore face covering throughout. We encourage people to wear face coverings, and I wish everybody there would have worn face coverings and maintained social distance. Chuck, our advice is the same no matter what the setting. Wash your hands, watch your distance, wear your face coverings when you can't watch your distance.
I guess what I'm trying to figure out is, how are Americans supposed to take your advice here if the President of the United States doesn't take your advice? In fact, he was in the state of Wisconsin. The state of Wisconsin, you guys at the task force have warned the state of Wisconsin they're in the red zone. Big events are a bad idea right now. And the president's campaign did what? Held a big event in a state in the red zone. So again, I go back to this. What example is being set by the federal government?
Well, Chuck, you know, we're seeing an increase in cases in states, whether red or blue or open or closed. We're seeing an explosion of cases in Europe. Europe, the most locked down part of the Western democracies, and they're seeing an explosion of cases. They've got more cases per million than we have in the United States. Some countries on a population-adjusted basis have 2-3 times what we have in the U.S. The ticket is in our own hands, Chuck. It's what I talked about at the outset. It's about those basic public health mitigation steps. We have it in our individual control. It's our ticket to be reconnected to education, to worship, to work, to health care, and also to our public and civic life, Chuck. Wear a face covering when you can't be socially distant, Chuck.
And so why is that message so difficult for the president?
I think it's a difficult message for all Western democracies. We're seeing that in Europe. People are tired. The American people have given so much. People of Europe have given so much, Chuck. They've been locked down. They've been isolated, and they're tired. But the point is, we're so close. Hang in there with us. We are so close. We are weeks away from monoclonal antibodies for you, for safe and effective vaccines. We need to bridge to that day. So please, just give us a bit more time of your individual responsible behavior of washing your hands, watch your distance, wear your face coverings when you can't watch your distance.